Hi you guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm gonna be yapping because I have a lot of updates and just a lot of stuff that I want to talk about and just kind of like get off my chest because it's the new year. Happy New Year, happy 2025. I also just love Get Ready With Me's because it's a great way for you guys to like get to know me a little bit better, for us to connect and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. I am in my office slash guest room, which I'll probably be filming a good bit in here this year because, you know, we have the puppy and Grayson is home too. I guess to start off, yeah, the puppy has been great. Mango is such a good boy and we are just so beyond happy that he is a part of our family. We love him so much. He's such a good boy actually, although it has been quite an adjustment. Definitely an adjustment because, you know, obviously we are taking care of another living being. So it's definitely something that we had to get used to. And we were so proud of him because he's like learning so fast. I'm actually gonna put this mirror over here. He is already 18 weeks old, which is actually crazy to think about. Obviously, I have not filmed in a really long time, which is, I'm disappointed in myself because yet another year where I was not the most consistent, which that is something that we're going to talk a lot about today. So I'll get into that in a second because I do definitely want to talk about YouTube, my YouTube journey, where we're going to go from here, because there's a lot of just things that have been on my mind with that. But yeah, we were in Virginia Beach for the holidays. We were staying with Grayson's family. We spent Christmas and New Year's there. So it was just such a fun time, and we brought Mango and he was actually really great in the car. We were really nervous that he was going to not love the car, but he was actually really good and he slept for the majority of the time, which if you don't know, we live in Florida. So that is a good 12 plus hours. It ended up being like 14 to 16 hours because we stopped so frequently for Mango and for food purposes and gas and all that. But also like holiday traffic is a real thing. It was pretty crazy. We took engagement photos. Our friend Natalie Belden, which you can follow her on Instagram. She's great. She shot our engagement photos, which just turned out so good. We are in peak wedding planning right now. When Grayson and I first got engaged, we did a little Q&A, and I don't think we had a lot of stuff solidified yet at that point, but it is now January and we have a good bit already planned, which is great. But we're definitely still like in the beginning stages for sure. We are kind of solidifying a base and then we're just gonna kind of build from there. I'm gonna cover up a little bit more because if you hadn't noticed, my acne has kind of not been doing well. Actually, right now it's not too bad. Over the past few months, it has been actually not the best, but you know what? That is okay. I think a big part of it is stress and hormones and all of that. Being super vulnerable here, which this Get Ready With Me, I'm definitely going to be talking about a lot of things that I probably wouldn't usually talk about on YouTube, but a really big goal of mine this year is to like just let in my community a little bit more. I know we have a very small community on here, but like I just want to be a little bit more vulnerable, open up a little bit more, be a little bit more honest. Not that I haven't been honest in the past, because I really actually do pride myself on being honest. I try my best to like be as raw and open as possible, but I think when I'm editing, there is quite a bit of stuff I don't show or I don't include, which is not a bad thing. I think that like there should be boundaries. You don't have to put everything up on the internet. One of the big things that I struggled with in 2024 was skin picking and like my OCD. And there was a lot of amazing things that happened in 2024. I mean, we moved in to an apartment together, me and Grayson. We got engaged, we got a puppy, I graduated college. There were so many big moments and I was really happy for the most part. But then it was like towards the end of the year where I don't know what happened, but I got into like a really big funk, and that's also why I haven't really like uploaded in a little bit. I really need to get past that though, because you're not always gonna feel great, and I still want to upload regardless. But anyways, yeah, I was just like in a weird funk. My OCD really came out. My skin picking was really bad, so that was a huge factor as to why my skin just wasn't really looking good. That's actually something I've struggled with for the past year, like really bad, and I'm slowly trying to get rid of that habit. I'm actually trying to work on accepting myself, like true love and acceptance, and not feeling like I need to change myself constantly and change my life, or like constantly reach for the next thing. I really do just want to enjoy the moments and enjoy just life. I just go through phases where that's just not great. I'm not really treating myself in the best way. Life is way too short to not like love yourself. So yeah, I'm just kind of working through that at the moment. Anyways, yeah, so my skin was not doing the best, but it's getting a little bit better. My skin journey, as you guys know, I have a few videos about that, and how, you know, I think it was like 2 years ago, I healed my adult cystic hormonal acne. My skin was really bad a few years ago, but I definitely want to prioritize like taking care of my skin this year, taking care of myself, really. I want to feel my best when the wedding comes, which we are getting married December 6th of this year, 2025. So I have a good bit to like prepare, but I definitely just want to start early so that when like August or September comes around, I don't feel like I'm like all over the place, and I just really want to make sure I'm organized and prepared, and I'm taking care of my skin, I'm taking care of myself and my mental health. That is the biggest thing this year. Last year, I accomplished so many goals, truthfully, but I did not prioritize my mental health all that much, or my physical health. I just really don't want another year to go by where I'm struggling with my body and my relationship with food. My mental health is not great, and I just really, I know it's never going to be perfect, but there was just like a lot of realizations I had recently, where a lot of it, the reason why I don't feel the best is because of the relationship I have with myself. And then I just like spiral, and then I think every aspect of my life is like not going well, but that's not the case at all. It's really just the relationship that I have with myself. These past, I want to say 2 years, my disordered eating has come back up, and it's been pretty prevalent in my life. And I didn't really realize until recently that that was pretty much the root cause of my mental health and like depression and anxiety. I have had a lot of shame with my body and like the food I eat still. And this year I really want to tackle that and really focus on intuitive eating again, which a few years ago, that is what really helped me. And not feeling this pressure to lose weight or look a certain way, because I noticed myself getting kind of back in that habit of trying, like seeing myself as someone who's thinner than I am now. And while yes, I would love to be more comfortable in my body, more confident, I also know the main thing I need to focus on right now is like radical acceptance and self-love, and like understanding that I am perfectly fine the way that I am. I'm beautiful the way that I am. It's not bad to want to feel better and feel more confident, 100%, feel healthier, and that's my goal right now. But I also really need to fix my relationship with food and understand that, you know, there's no good or bad food. It's all really about mindset. And I know that might not make sense to some people, because there might be some people who don't understand really what I'm talking about. But for the majority of women out there, and men, like I feel like a lot of people will understand what I'm talking about, because it's such an issue in our society where we just constantly feel like we need to be thin or be a certain version of ourselves. And I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of feeling this way. I just want to focus on my mental, physical, and spiritual health this year. I forgot how hard it is to multitask when you're doing makeup and then you're also talking. I remember I used to film some of these videos and I'm like, I forgot how long they take me because I just am a yapper, and then I forget to actually do my makeup and I'm like, Abby, that defeats the purpose of this video. Also, I have this like slick back moment right now. Don't know how I feel about it, but we're just going with it. Anyways, so yeah, if you can relate to that, then that's great. I really want my channel to be just a comfy, cozy place for people. I want them to feel heard and understood. I want people to know like whatever they're going through, like you're not alone. I truly sometimes feel like, I feel like I've talked about this in the past, but sometimes I'll eat something that maybe will not be like the healthiest, and my body dysmorphia is just like crazy, where I will think like in that moment that I've gained 10 pounds because I ate a bag of chips or something, but that's like not how bodies work. That's not how it works at all. So clearly I have some things I need to work on still, but I've known this, like I've had this issue since I was a child, so it's like, of course, I'm not going to be able to solve the issue overnight. I have, within the past 2 years, put on some weight, and I felt a lot of shame about that for a while. And now I'm just like, you know what? It happens. Bodies change. I think just like letting go of the overthinking, that is really, because it's exhausting, like constantly thinking about it. It's quite exhausting, and I honestly don't have time for it. I have goals that I would really like to accomplish, and life is just too short to just be constantly thinking about that. One thing that like really put things into perspective for me is I actually like thought about it. When we are born into this world, we're not thinking about how we look in the moment. Like we are not thinking about that at all. When we die, we are most likely not thinking about how do we look. Am I skinny enough right now? No, like that's not what we're thinking about. When we're on like our deathbeds, we're thinking about our lives and the people that we love in our lives and reflecting on memories. Like that's not, body image is like not a thing that we are thinking about. And that just puts things into perspective that there's something so much bigger than us. I know everyone has different goals, and if you're not feeling healthy, then of course like it's so important that we should work on ourselves and like feel happy and confident with who we are. But the way that we look is not the most important thing in life, and that really is just like so relieving and like takes such a weight off. But I do want to live a long time, and so I do want to prioritize my health this year. So yeah, it's just like about finding that balance. This year I really want to take you guys along that journey, because it has not been an easy road for me. It's not an easy road for a lot of people, but it is unfortunately like such a common issue that a lot of people have. Moving into like YouTube and all that, this year I really, really, really want to prioritize consistency and just like showing up for you guys, because I have not been a very good YouTuber. I really have not, and that's obviously, like we're all just trying our best, but I could definitely be trying more, especially because YouTube is something that I have always loved and like had a passion for, and I have always had this goal, making it a full-time job for me like down the line. And I know that's not my reality right now, like it's not my main source of income, and that is completely fine, and I had accepted that for a really long time. I think also I haven't talked about this because I don't want people to think like it's about the money, because it's not. But I genuinely have had such a love for creating content since I was in middle school. When I was in middle school, this channel was actually called Beauty Maker 005. It was the era of Juicy Star 07, so I tried to do my own spin on that. What does Beauty Maker 005 even mean? I don't know. But I mean, here we are. And obviously that did not last. I made a lot of beauty content and fashion content, and that was my thing. I wanted to be the next Juicy Star 07. Which thank God that didn't work out, because while yes, I love makeup, clearly I'm doing it right now, that's not my passion in life. But I always did just have a love for being in front of the camera and sharing my advice with people, even if it was unsolicited advice. And I cared a lot of what people thought about me back then though. So everything worked out how it was supposed to, because I could not handle a hate comment back then. Like, I would spiral into a depression. Whereas now, thankfully, because this community is still so small, I don't get a lot of hate comments. But if I do, because I definitely have gotten them, it does not affect me. Genuinely, as I got older, I realized like people just like project. You just can't take it personally. Not everyone is gonna like you. I think that I have really struggled with consistency, and it's such a shame because I have such high standards for myself when it comes to this channel, and like I have goals. It is something that I love so much that I think like, oh, it would be so cool if I could make a living off of this. I also know that like I have not been doing what I need to do to get to that spot. I looked at how many videos I uploaded last year. It was 10 videos. That is horrible, you guys. Like, that is really, really bad. There's always going to be excuses. Like, I could say last year was probably the busiest year of my life, which is true. There's literally always going to be a reason why, you know, I didn't do what I wanted to do or what I needed to do. I'm realizing that, like, you just got to do it no matter how busy you are. So I'm also like saying this because I really want to hold myself accountable. How embarrassing would it be if I just went through another year? I said all this, went through another year and didn't. I did the exact same thing that I did last year. Like, so embarrassing. So I'm saying this to you guys because I really want to be a better YouTuber, and I want to upload at least once a week. That's always been my goal, of uploading once a week, and at least. And so the fact that I only uploaded 10 times last year is actually wild. I get into bad ruts in life because of my mental health, and I tend to want to close up and like not let anyone in. So it's really hard because then I don't feel motivated to you know, film anything. I also struggle with like perfectionism and all that. It's just a bunch of like BS excuses. Those are the moments where I feel like I should be letting you guys in the most, like helping everyone feel like maybe a little bit less alone, because I know I definitely love watching YouTubers be vulnerable. Like, that is the best thing, like being real and honest. I love watching vlogs because I love watching people just have fun with their lives and live their lives. I also don't love watching someone who appears to have it completely together and everything is just perfect. Obviously, my content I feel like is also kind of all over the place. I don't really know what people want to see, but I also know like the content that I like creating is, I love creating vlogs because it's just super fun for me to just carry my camera around and like let people in. But I also really love giving, you know, advice. Not that I know what I'm talking about really, like I know that I'm, you know, I'm literally 27. I have so much to learn. I don't know it all, but I love sharing maybe advice that I've learned or like just educational content more so. So that is something that I love. So I don't know if maybe I just like alternate between vlogs and that type of content. My last video was a puppy content because I just got a dog a few months ago. So I'm just kind of all over the place. And then obviously I have my LGBTQ content because I am marrying a woman and like people like to see that. My camera just died. So in the past I would have just like given up and been like, I have to refilm this whole thing. But I'm just like not gonna let things like that bother me anymore. It's really not that deep. I don't think you guys care all that much that I'm finishing this on my phone. I'm also almost done, so it's not that big of a deal. But like I said, I just wanted to share that with you guys, like to let you guys know that I know I haven't been the best YouTuber, and I really want to work on that this year, and I really want to be more consistent and just like make this a top priority of mine, because I haven't been making it a top priority, even though I have like these big goals. Like, why have I not been doing what I need to do? Let me know what type of content you guys enjoy seeing from me. I'm gonna do my mascara real quick. I am using actually an eyebrow pencil from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's like the perfect shade, so that's why I use it. It's in Auburn, I believe. Yeah. And then I go in with a clear gloss from Maybelline. It's the Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid. And I just like use this to blend everything in. The lighting looks a little weird right now. It's very gloomy out today. That is the look. It's very simple. Yeah, so I'm really excited to share more content with you guys this year, and let me know again what types of videos you want to see. I am also excited to share the wedding planning process and my health journey and more content with Mango. I know it was all over the place. I had so much to talk about. There's some moments where I'm like, I'm not making sense right now, but hopefully editing Abbey will make it make sense. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.